Okay, so I want to tell a little story about this guy I was in the army with. His name was Ross. Matthew Ross, right? And this is one of the craziest motherfuckers I ever met in my life, right? I guess he used to be a meth head before he joined the army, and sometimes he acted like he was still on it. Like, okay, this guy had some kind of Tourette's or some shit. And when he would get like happy or excited about something, let's say some rock song came on the radio he really liked, and he'd start like drumming on his like leg, like his thigh with two fingers, and start like slapping his thigh, like and, like sticking out his tongue. Like, what the fuck, bro? Why do you do that? Right? And this guy was one of my, I guess, two best friends in the army. Yeah, I never had a lot of close friends, but he was one of them, and we would hang out all the time. And he was originally from California, Santa Cruz. And he was so like stereotypical California. He had like the California surfer accent and like everything. We sang like dude and all that shit. And he thought Santa Cruz was the greatest place on planet Earth. In his opinion. Santa Cruz, bro. I'm from Santa Cruz, California, bro. You really talk like that. And I visited him a couple times in Santa Cruz when I was on leave, and yeah. So I don't know why people think that like California is not racist. Oh, hell yeah, it is. They have racism everywhere. They have as many racists in California as they have anywhere else in the world, especially Santa Cruz, because it's seen as being really like liberal and progressive, and it is liberal. But there's a lot of fucking racists there, including Ross, who was one of the most racist motherfuckers I ever met, right? Oh my god. Like, this one time, we went out to some bar or club in Watertown. And on the way back, we stopped to eat at a Denny's. You know, you gotta go out to eat, after you get drunk. And for some reason, even though Watertown has a very low black population, the only black people up there are soldiers in the army that are stationed there. There's almost no blacks that are born in Watertown, in northern New York. But the like 95% of the people in this Denny's were black. We're basically the only white people in there at this moment. And this dude starts looking around at all these black people in this Denny's. And he starts fucking freaking out, right? Like, bro, look at all of them, bro. Look at them. Look at who? The niggas, bro. Yo, bro, look at all of them, bro. They're like everywhere, bro. So? Why do you care? It's just black people. Like, you've never seen black people before? Like, bro, but they're like everywhere, bro. Like, okay, or whatever. So I start eating, right? And then, like, a few minutes later, he starts freaking out again. Oh my god, bro. We gotta let go, man. We gotta let go, bro. Like, what do you mean we gotta go? I don't know. Yo, I can't, like, be in here, dude. Like, I gotta let go. Like, Ross, are you telling me you wanna leave before we even finish eating because there's too many black people in here? Like, bro, come on, bro. We gotta go. We gotta. And this motherfucker makes us get up and leave. Like, he's that fucking racist. Out of his mind. And oh god, before one of the times I went to visit him in Santa Cruz, I didn't exactly dress like I was black. Just some of my clothes were a little baggy. Whatever. But to him, I guess it was black. And he literally like grabs my shirt collar and goes, bro, don't like dress like a nigger when you come to Santa Cruz, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? So much for California being liberal, huh? Holy shit. That opened my eyes. This guy was out of his mind. Like, oh, I'll never forget this one time. This is one of the best ones. Where uh, I wanted to go wash my car at one of those self-serve car washes, right? And he comes with me. And he's standing there like watching me wash the car for a few minutes. And then he goes, "Hey, bro, let me wash the car for you, bro." Like, okay. So I give him the hose, and he starts like hosing down the car. And then like a minute into this, he takes this hose, puts it in between his legs like it's a dick, giant dick, starts jumping up and down and spraying water on the car at the same time with the hose between his legs. And he goes, "I'm the soap surgeon, dude. I'm the soap surgeon." I'm like, what the fuck are you smoking, guy? You, like, sometimes, like I said, I swore this guy was, like, still on meth. Holy shit. And unfortunately, though, he could be good in small doses. And we almost always got along in the army. But sometimes he'd really piss me off. Like this one time, like, I don't think the guy kept a watch or a clock or anything. He had no fucking concept of time. Because one time at like 6 a.m. on a Saturday, I get to hear this banging on my door. And I'm like, who the fuck is that? I open the door, it's Ross, right? And then I check my clock again to make sure it's, like, okay, it's 6 a.m. What does he want? "Ross, what's up?" "Bro, it's like chill, bro." "Ross, it's 6 in the morning on a Saturday." "So, we gotta like, yo, carpe diem, bro. Like, seize the day. You gotta carpe that diem, dude." Like, I'm gonna carpe your fucking face if you don't get away from me now and leave me the fuck alone. Let me go back to sleep. He wouldn't. The guy just wouldn't go away. He basically fucks with you till he gets what he wants. So I got dressed and we went out and, oh God. But sometimes it wasn't even funny, right? It was really bad. Like, about 2 years after I got out of the army, he just goes crazy, right? Apparently he got back on meth. And he starts calling me over and over and over again, like dozens of fucking times, leaving me creepy voicemails at like all hours of the night. And it got so bad, I had to change my phone number. I blocked him, didn't work. He got one of those apps, called me from another number. I had to change my phone number. And then I didn't hear from him for an entire year. And then, now this is 2014. And then I never heard from him ever again. And he went really crazy on meth, right? Apparently he did things like got totally tweaked out, drove his car straight through his parents' garage when the door was closed, ended up getting put in a psych ward and rehab, and I don't even know if the guy's still alive, but at least it was mostly good times, man. We had some good fucking times in the army, and I really did love him overall. He was fucking great, man. I don't think I ever met anybody like him. But, yeah, this is the story of Ross, the great Matthew Ross. What a guy. What a fucking guy.